Well, guys, we had a pretty good day today. We went out and we sighted in some muzzle loaders that we paid a total of $70 for. One of them was actually only $20. They did pretty well. They sighted in about 3-inch groups at 50s and 100s, so pretty good sight in. Like I said, we may have a total of $100 in both of these muzzle loaders. Some people don't understand why you would make a video of shooting muzzle loaders, right? There's a short, I'll link it in the description, that we made today. We made a lot more, but the sound just wasn't good enough to post the videos. But any tool you use, whether it's a hammer, a saw, any type that you need to be proficient with it. You need to be able to know how to use it, what it needs to be able to work, and things like that. You know, we all see the meat prices nowadays. You go to the store, it's just absolutely ridiculous, right? I mean, hamburger meat around here, you might find it for $3.99 a pound, but it's averaging around $5 a pound for just hamburger meat. Steaks, you might as well forget them. Chicken, you might get 4 chicken breasts for $15 to $20. Pork chops, we did find a good deal on pork chops. I'd made a short the day we found them, and we stocked up on them. But hunting is a way to add to your preps, right? Because number one, it gets you out in the woods, right? You need to. You might feel a little better if you're feeling down and out once you get out in the woods. I mean, it's not just about taking animals, it's about enjoying nature and being out in nature. But it's one way to put more meat on your table, Now, yeah, if you go out here and you're having to buy a new firearm or a new bow, it's going to be pretty expensive on you the first day, right? The first animal, the first deer or elk, whatever it is you go hunt, it's going to be pretty expensive once you figure up price per pound and divide it by your weapon, your ammo, and whatever it took for you to get to hunting. But in the long run, it pays itself back to you. White-tailed deer, pretty lean meat. Not a lot of fat on it. Some people eat the fat. I don't. I don't like that taste. It's bad. Some people do eat it. We average here, if we're stocking our freezers with deer, we honestly need to get through a whole year. We need about 7 to 8 deers. I know some people, you live in an area where you're not allowed that many deers, right? You're just not allowed to shoot that many. Here you're allowed a doe a day and up to $3 a season here in Alabama where I live. It may be different on like a WMA or something like that, but as far as just regular hunting, a doe a day and $3 a year, and when you got several people in your family hunting, it's a little easier to stock your freezers up or can it or however you're doing it. We always try to get a whole deer around Christmas time to make jerky for the kids and the grandkids. A lot of people don't understand. Now, somebody's going to tell me I'm wrong, but you get about 1 pound of jerky per 10 pound of meat. That's about the way it works out. Some people tell me they can get 2 or 3 pounds, and I don't know how they're doing it. But, our deer around here, meat-wise, off the bone, maybe 30, 40 pounds. A big one, 50 to 60 pounds worth of meat. Sounds like a lot, but it's not really. So it takes a lot of deer meat to do us all year. But it's important now to, just like we tell you to prep, you're preparing for the future, right? For something that could happen. Right now, if you're like me, you're waiting another month till bow seasons or 2 months until firearm seasons. Get out and practice with your stuff. So in case you're having an issue with something, hey, I need to, check in on this. Something's not right, or I need to hold this a certain, you know what I'm talking about if you've ever dealt with anything to do with hunting. There's little quirks sometimes. Like if you've got tree stands up, if you leave them up all year, please go check them now before season and make sure they're safe. Everything, check your straps. Make sure squirrels haven't eaten them, rats haven't gnawed on them, and all that. I don't want you falling out of tree stands because you didn't check your straps. Always wear your safety harnesses and strap into the tree when you're hunting. If you're blind hunting and you leave it out all year, go check it now and make sure the wind hadn't got it. Or one time I had a blind left out and a little bitty branch fell through and ripped the whole roof of the blind. And I'm talking a branch no bigger than that. Them blinds, once they get a little hole in them, they just rip. To get back on point, why would you post a video about muzzleloaders, right? Well, it's something I like to do. It's something I'm interested in. I don't know, me and my buddy was talking today, I don't know if I'm getting older. I'm getting more into the older styles of hunting. the older styles. You know, everybody, you know, where I hunt, your yardage is going to be maximum. Where I hunt in my area, 100-yard max on a shot. Right now, with a crossbow, they have crossbows now that they say they can hit out to 100 yards. I wouldn't trust it, you know, because number one, that deer's going to jump it when it hears it go off. And bow hunting, I'm 40 yards or in. With a crossbow or a regular compound bow, I'm not shooting over that length. I don't, you know, guys, hunting is about getting in the woods and having fun. Plain and simple. That's all it's about. Enjoying nature. If you get a deer, that's awesome, because that's more food for you and your family, right? And now's the time. If you go get a deer, you need to be learning. You know, hey, how do I make jerky? Hey, how do I smoke this? How do I salt it? How do I preserve it in case the power goes out and the freezers don't work, right? Because we hear all the time people tell us, I got a freezer full of meat, I'm good for 2 years, right? That's awesome. But what about when the power goes out? And some of them, well, I got a generator, I'll keep my freezer. That's awesome. Okay, what about when you run out of gas for your generator? You know, eventually, I've told you before, something's going to happen to your equipment. You're going to go back to where you ain't got nothing except for read back on the 1800s. That's how you're going to have to store meat. I'm not sure if we're going to do some videos like that this year. I don't think most people are interested in that kind of stuff, learning how to salt meat, smoke meat, and things like that. I may be wrong. I highly recommend the McGee Farms, I think, or McGee Homestead on YouTube. He shows a lot of how to do stuff like that. That's pretty much how we do it, but I just don't think a lot of people that watch my videos would want to see anything like that. You know, probably people didn't even want to see the muzzleloader videos today. We made a lot of them, but the sound just wasn't there. I don't know if it was because it was windy or what. I could do a voiceover on them. I could post a video and do a voiceover and tell you what's going on, but people probably wouldn't like that. But guys, now is the time. If you're a deer hunter and you hunt deer, now's the time to be out practicing, getting everything dialed in, checking your tree stands, checking your ground blinds, all this kind of stuff. Not the week before hunting season starts. You know, don't do it. Don't be one of these people that's had a tree stand out in the woods for 3 years and climb up it, right? You need to go now and check it, make sure your straps are good, something hadn't ate through it. I recommend if you're leaving a tree stand up permanently, use a log chain. We still ratchet strap ours, but we also put log chains on them. Number one, try to help keep anybody from stealing it, but number two, it's a backup to that strap breaking, right? That's how we do it. You know, the t-shirts today, y'all know I don't push stuff on my channel, but this guy's a good guy. You know, his Deer Creek Adventures on Facebook. His name's Joseph Brown. We call him Joe Bob. There's a link under the video of that last video I made where you can access his stuff on Facebook. He's a good guy. You know, he's just like the rest of us. He's just good old boy, right? You know, there's not a lot of places around here that people will let you come up and sight your rifles in where you can get 300 or 400-yard shots. Now, muzzleloader, we're not going to be doing no 300-yard shots. 125 and in, the maximum that I've measured where I hunt is 85 yards on a shot. That's the maximum distance, but we sighted in at 50. We were inch high at 50, and at 100 we were about 2 inches low. So, you know, we was pretty good. We're pretty good to go there. We're good to go. Most of my shots are within 85 yards. But guys, hunt season's coming up on us. You know, if you haven't hunted and you're wanting to go hunting and you live in an area where you got a family member that hunts, you know, ask them, hey, can I go hunting with you? Or a neighbor that hunts. You know, now's the time you need to learn these skills, because you're not going to be, most people think that you can just go out in the woods and shoot animals. It's not that simple. You know, you may get lucky and get you one, but what are you going to do then when you don't know how to dress it? You don't know, you know, I've told you before, you can watch every video on YouTube, read every book on YouTube, but until you use these hands, you know, you don't know how it's going to turn out, right? Guys, stay safe out there this deer season. You know, if y'all would like to see those type of videos with how we store our meat, how we prepare it, and how we get it through the winter, and the whole 9 yards, you know, just comment on it and we'll make some videos. I'm sorry that the other videos we made today, the videos were awesome. It's just the sound was messed up. I'm not sure what was going on there. You know, it wasn't windy, so I'm not 100% sure what was going on with sound. We need to get better microphones, I guess, is what we need. But guys, stay safe, keep your head on a swivel, be aware of your surroundings at all times, protect yourself and your family at all times. At the moment, you're the only person that can do it. Stay safe, keep prepping. Guys, I had fun today. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Stay safe, keep prepping. And my clicker's not working.